beginning math section still contains quite a few geometry questions. And one of the most common concepts in geometry is dealing with polygons. Polygons are planed figures or sided figures. Obviously, triangles are the easiest and most common polygons, although they are often considered to be in their own category on the ACT. So when they refer to polygon questions, they're tending to talk about questions with 4 or more sides: squares, rectangles, eventually pentagons, going on to larger and larger sided figures, what's also known as n-gons. In this case, we're going to work on a basic polygon question to see how they use the shape and the basic formula you may have learned in elementary or middle school to solve for missing information. Let's take a look at one of these. Once again, we're in the officially released ACT entitled 72C from 2015. And we're going to look at question number 12. I'll read it to you. The length of a rectangle with area 54 square centimeters is 9 centimeters. What is the perimeter of the rectangle in centimeters? So they give us some information. They tell us it's a rectangle. I'm going to draw a rectangle here, and I often recommend that you do that. If they ask you a geometry question without a geometry figure, draw it yourself. They tell us that the area is 54 square units, in this case centimeters, but that doesn't really matter. I'm not going to write down what units they are. And that the length is 9. Okay, so I'm going to put a 9 there. I don't know what the width is. And they want to know what the perimeter is. Well, I can solve for that because I know in a basic polygon that to find the area, it's length times width, just like I learned in middle school, possibly earlier. And since they've given me the length and the area, I can just divide. 54 divided by 9 is 6. Now, in order to solve for the perimeter, which is what they're looking for, you just add up all 4 sides. And because it's a rectangle, I know that the opposite sides are equal to each other. 9 plus 6 is 15. 15 plus 15 equals 30. And then we get answer choice K. So for basic polygon questions, are going to have you depend on the basic equations and rules. As it gets more complicated, start with that and work from there. There are more complicated formulae for larger n-gons, but they'll usually give you just enough information in the question to solve for that without having to memorize every formula that exists.